Well.
Oh God.
Outside of vacation, what else do we want to rehash? Here.
This is the loudest couch. I'm a mess. I'm like an old farm woman.
Look at my flat
like
hair.
From the 1800s. It is so hot.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Fresh off the limbo championship, my husband saved our family honor and earned us 3 points. That's not any better. That's worse.
What's up, Wilma? We are still in this thing. We're only 1 point back now.
Yeah.
We were down 3-1. We picked up 3 points with a limbo win. So
tomorrow we've got the photo competition. So we have to ask y'all. We're going to cheat a little bit here and ask y'all to vote for us.
Mm-hmm.
Is that cheating?
Mm-mm.
We had to do a photo competition where we just took pictures, couples pictures, and then they're going to be put up for vote. You know.
You have to go. How are they going to vote? Kid Nation?
KidNation.com, I guess, or on the Instagram. I'm not really sure.
You got to vote for our photo. It's hot. And it's not.
We tried to make it hot.
And it's not something you would expect.
We tried to make it hot.
There's a lot of skin being bared.
I'll tell you this.
Shown.
I was thinner 3 days ago. We have been doing nothing but eating and drinking on this trip, which is what you do on vacation.
Bloated with.
We're very bloated.
Bloated with salt.
And we're not drinking enough water. So we're trying to get some water down.
Okay, guys, we've got massive failure potential tonight. Number one, Kelly's sitting on the cables. That's okay.
We're going to have JC and Kenzie join us and maybe Bossman and George. Bossman and George flew back. Being on vacation throws everything off the schedule. So we just told JC and Kenzie, let's pass and we're just going to do it. Right?
Yeah. You think they want to come in here and do a podcast?
Our room is a disaster.
I wouldn't. We're recording with this thing.
Our room is such a disaster. The maid came today. And I got back to the room before Alan did because he was out deep sea fishing. And I just pulled back the covers and laid down to take like a 20-minute nap. He came in the room and thought the maid hadn't been here yet. I'm like, no, honey, she has been. Our room is that much of a disaster. You know how it's so bad when the maid doesn't even know what to do? It's that bad.
Why was Michael excited for JC and Kenzie? What did they do?
Because Kenzie, I don't know, was it the limbo competition?
I don't know. Because they won the beachcombing. They won the beachcombing.
Yeah, well, they tied with Big Al and Justin.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Michael.
Was it a different?
He said no. I was excited for them to be on the podcast. We're going to have them on at some point.
It just, everybody's going different directions, and
it's always a great idea in theory.
They're all drinking.
Yeah, until it's 9:30 at night,
and they're tired.
They're drinking. They're tired. We're drinking. We're tired.
So my eyes.
Let's just knock this out. Not knock it out, but we're going to tell you about vacation. I mean, this is all the stuff we've done has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to
Let's do it.
Talk about the fish. Talk about.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah, we'll just go into it. Just talk about vacation.
We're going to talk.
We're
going to share.
Any problems getting here? No. Oh, yeah, there were. I sat by myself.
Oh, well. All right, let's talk about it. We're using a different equipment, and so we're very hopeful that this is going to record. And if not, Robert will be pulling this off of our YouTube feed.
Test. Give me something.
Test me. 1, 2.
1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay.
Is it working? Did you press it twice?
No, it's not recording yet.
You just pressed it once?
Yes, I know. I'm just testing the levels.
We're using different equipment.
Okay, it's recording.
Okay.
It's recording. You see that counter? It's counting. Okay.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. This is the vacation edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. The first of a couple of vacations we're getting ready to take, honey. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans, one of your hosts, along with my husband.
Hello, I'm
Alan Evans, on vacation and basking in the glow of a win. We're giving you a little sneak preview of what you could expect on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
From now on, not only do I want to be referred to as Hello, I'm Alan, A Train, in the house, I want to be also referred to as the 2019 Kidcratic Morning Show Limbo Champion.
You're the king, baby.
Limbo champion.
You are. I didn't realize you were that limber to do the limbo.
Neither did I. I've never done the limbo in my life until 15 minutes ago.
I know I'm not limber. I was out. I was eliminated fairly early in the competition. I was not first, but we're competing all week as couples in different events. One, if you've been listening to the Kate Crowder show, you know we already came in second place. There was a tie for first place in the treasure hunting competition. We came in second by default. Today was the second competition for limbo. And then tomorrow is the sexy posing couples photos competition. So we're going to ask everybody who's listening to this to please vote for us. We don't care. We're going to cheat and ask for special treatment if we can, right?
Not special treatment.
Just favoritism.
I just think our friends and family who listen will do the right thing.
And vote for us.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's at stake.
Bragging rights.
It's just bragging rights?
Yes.
Okay.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights
That's
cool.
not big enough?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a prize or something involved. I wasn't really sure.
I say bragging rights. I don't know.
We have a lot to get to.
Have you told everyone where we are?
Well, we were staying at Baker's Cay Resort in Key Largo. And this is very exciting because Alan and I do a bucket list. We've only been together 3 years, people, getting ready to celebrate our second anniversary on July 1st, our wedding anniversary. But Alan does a bucket list every year, which I have now adopted as a tradition for myself as well. And one of the things we put down on the bucket list every year is we want to travel to a place we've never visited before. And fortunately, thanks to my job with the Kate Crowder Morning Show, we haven't really had to go outside of our comfort zone too much because we get to do these wonderful trips. And Visit Florida has sent the morning show and our spouses and significant others down to Key Largo. Never been.
Never been either. But if you're not a geography whiz, Key Largo is the first of the Florida Keys, which is a group of islands. I don't know if that's the right word, but a group of islands off the very tip of Florida.
Itty bitty islands.
So we're at the very, very bottom of Florida, but we're not out all the way to Key West, but that's where we're going tomorrow. And
we're on the Gulf of Mexico. But you did cross over into the Atlantic today, right?
And we'll talk about that. Yeah, I knocked out another bucket list item today.
Knocking them out thanks to Visit Florida.
And we'll talk about that. But I might have gone out and provided some food for everybody tonight. We had a dinner tonight. You might have? Yes, I might have.
You might have conquered a fear today as well.
I did. Man, this has been an eventful day.
We have only been in Florida for 2 full days. And I feel like we've been here, a while.
I feel like we've been here a week. Yeah, it feels like we've been here a week.
Normally, when Alan and I go on vacation, we park our butts in the sand and have people bring us drinks. This has been a very active vacation. And that's the thing about where we are. You can do as little or as much as you like. It's true anywhere you go. You do as much or as little as you like. There's always amenities, but we choose to not do those amenities. We choose to drink and sit in the sand and get up and go to the pool and drink some more and go to dinner and drink some more. That's what we do on vacation.
That's what we choose to do.
That's what we choose to do.
But not on this vacation.
This vacation, we're doing activities and we're drinking.
What was the first one we did? I'm already forgetting. And it was just yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, the very first thing we did. What did we do?
Yesterday, we went on a plane.
And we went
on the seaplane
and jet skiing.
And we went jet skiing. We went seaplaning and jet skiing yesterday. Yeah.
Amazing.
It was incredible.
Never been on a seaplane before.
Y'all, it was crazy good.
You ever seen the seaplane though? It's got the big floaties on the bottom of it.
We did that.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
And we went jet skiing, you and I.
And we lost our ass in it too.
It was so fun. It was so fun. It was one of those things where you're scared, but it's a fun scared. So you're laughing and screaming at the same time.
Yeah.
There's video of that. You can see on our social media pages too. But then we went jet skiing, and you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes, I said I am not going to go tandem with you on a jet ski because I wanted you to go full throttle and not worry about me screaming, clinging, yelling at you to slow down because I'm afraid you're going to bounce me off the back of your jet ski. So I insisted you have your own jet ski.
Kelly has this idea of me, and I don't know why, that on a jet ski, I'm some big daredevil speed demon. And I'm really not. I like to go out. I'll do some figure eights. I'll putter around. I might make one high speed run down to the end and one high speed run back, and I've got it out of my system.
Yeah.
But she insists that I go by myself because
I want you to not worry about
I
me
won't
being
have fun
upset.
without her, or I won't have fun with her, which that's not true. I'll have plenty of fun if she's with me.
Well, when we went last time, the first time, it was out in the Atlantic Ocean in Florida. We were on another vacation. And as soon as I got on the jet ski, I fell off. And I was like, I'm done. And Alan had to make me get back on. And then we went out in the water. It was very turbulent that day. And some people did get bucked off the back of the jet skis. And I'm just like, oh, slow down, slow down, slow down.
But guys, here at the Keys,
it's like glass.
For whatever reason, they say it's never windy in this area. And the ocean here, like Kelly just said, it's flat.
The Gulf.
Absolutely flat glass.
Yeah, there's no waves.
Yeah.
It's not like it's more like a lake, I'd say. And
not very deep either.
Not very deep.
Clear,
I think they said at the deepest points around us are 6 feet deep. So most of it is not even waist high. You just wade out. So we went out on a sunset cruise also yesterday. We did a sunset. We had so much to do on our first day.
We're giving all the goods away though. Why don't we do a little something?
Yeah, we'll get to all of that.
Let's get into some of that.
But you know what we have been doing is eating and drinking a lot. We did work out that first day.
Everyone worked out.
Everyone worked out the first day. Second day, we all took a break.
JC,
we might get back at
was
it.
In there. Justin was in there.
But getting in shape, it's a lot of things. It's about eating right. It's about working out, but it isn't just about losing weight. A lot of people think getting in shape means losing weight, but it's not necessarily the same thing. Sometimes it's just about, all the time, it's just about learning healthier habits and feeling better about yourself, whether that's more stamina to keep up with your busy life or your busy vacation, as we're doing, or finally getting into those jeans, those sexy jeans that have been hanging in the back of your closet you've been swearing you're going to get into for years. Maybe it's just being more in tune with your body's needs or practicing more self-care. So we want to tell you about this wonderful way you can achieve those specific goals, and that's Noom. Noom is not just about losing weight. It is about all those things I just mentioned. And Noom helps you break those habits that you thought you could never break before, the bad habits, and develop more good habits. It's about gentle nudging in the right direction. It's giving you helpful tips and things you can add into your everyday life. It's not like these drastic changes, because when you do something drastic, maintaining drastic changes is hard. But with Noom, you learn to incorporate these subtle changes, making these little shifts in the way you think about your relationship to food, to exercise, to your well-being, that it becomes such a natural part of your life. It's about changing your habits that you develop in your relationship with food through personalized courses, through this wonderful network of other Noomies. I just named them Noomies. Maybe they're called Noomers. I'm not really sure, but I think you need to have a nickname, people who use Noom. Noom knows you're human. Humans. Newmans. Maybe that's a good nickname.
Like the guy in Jurassic Park?
Newman? I'm trying to help you out, Noom.
Yeah.
Come up with your own nickname.
They might think differently.
If you want to chat with a goal specialist at Noom Community, they'll get and give help to people who are going through the same things. You are not alone with Noom.
And you don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. So sign up for your trial today at Noom, NOOM.com/sandwich. What do you have to lose, babe?
Nothing.
Weight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe you're at a healthy weight. You just need to make healthier habits.
Yes. Visit Noom.com/sandwich to start your trial today. That's Noom.com/sandwich. The last weight loss program you'll ever need.
Get healthy with Noom, Newmans.
Love Noom.
You think they'll go with my nickname?
No, because Newman was the big fat guy in Jurassic Park.
How about Newman? No, Newman was on Seinfeld. His name was Seinfeld. On Seinfeld,
that's what I mean.
He's a different actor. He wasn't named Newman on Jurassic Park.
But you look at that actor and he's Newman.
It is Newman.
It's Newman.
How about Noomies?
Oh, jeez.
Noomers?
Let's let Noom's marketing department handle this.
I think they need to hire me.
Oh, jeez. All right, babe.
Let's start at the beginning.
You want to start at the beginning?
That was my little hiccup. Had a really good margarita and champagne with dinner tonight. So Alan and I, we flew out to Florida, with Miami. We landed in Miami. You have to take like an hour drive from Miami to the Florida Keys. And I screwed up somehow. I guess when I booked the flight, I just wasn't really remembering correctly what I did, because they booked my flight through work. And so we paid for Alan to fly separately. Well, fly with us, but we paid for that, right?
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
I paid for my own ticket.
Alan is invited, but our spouses have to pay their own way.
Right.
But like all relationships, the woman's in charge of booking the travel.
Sure.
So I go online, I'm booking everything. Everything's great. I guess I forgot to realize that the seat was not assigned, and we had to assign our seats when we got to the airport. And for some reason I thought, because what usually happens is I get Alan an aisle seat and me the middle, so we can sit next to each other, even though I don't know why I do that, because he has his headphones on the entire time. He listens to music. He's doing the whole air drum kit.
Not true.
Guitar. Yes,
That's
you do.
Not true.
You're drumming.
You're embellishing the story.
I'm not.
Now.
You
That's
do that
not
the whole
true.
time.
That's
You're jamming
true.
out, and it's like I'm not there.
I don't do that the whole time.
Okay. After takeoff and until we land, you're doing that. Same thing. So he ignores me.
I'll have you
so
know.
Why are we even sitting
I'll have
together?
you know. I watched Black Mirror.
Okay, that's a new thing.
3 episodes on this flight.
Okay.
Okay, proceed.
The first time ever you've done that.
Keep going.
Normally you're listening to music. But here's my point with that. Why do I sacrifice sitting in the middle seat just to be with you when you ignore me the entire flight? So I'm starting to think maybe this mess up was like God's way of saying it's okay for you to fly separately. It doesn't mean you don't love each other. It just means you're good to travel separately, because I got the window seat that I always want. I want a window seat. I thought what I had done was booked a middle seat for me, but apparently I didn't, and Alan ended up in a middle seat, which was bad.
So you hate
that was bad.
You hate the middle seat. Here are the facts. Here's man.
Facts.
Kelly booked all travel. Fact. Alan paid for his ticket. Fact. Kelly hates the middle seat. Fact.
But I do it anyway because I love you.
Alan gets the middle seat.
That was an accident.
Fact.
Accident.
Okay. It was an accident. Man, that's fine with me. Anyway, so I'm not sitting with my wife. So we're off to a kind of like, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not able to sit with my wife. I get in between 2 of the Chicago Bears linebackers. I mean, I had freaking number 52 on one side and number 58 on the other side.
Sorry.
Big, hairy guys, too. And they always wanted their legs and arms touching mine.
Yeah, it's like fighting for position, status?
Yeah, they were jostling for position. Yeah, big guys.
Yeah,
too.
see, I'm next to the window, my favorite seat, because I never get up to pee on a flight. So nobody has to step over me. And there's a rather large gentleman was sitting in the middle seat. And then our producer, Robert, was on the aisle, which most men prefer the aisle, I found. And when the man realized Robert and I knew each other, I guess he thought we were a couple, and he offered to change with Robert. Robert's like, no, I'm good. You stay in the middle seat, dude. But I guess the man was trying so hard to be a gentleman to me. He leaned into Robert the entire flight.
Well, why didn't you say, yeah.
What am I going to say? Sir, can you please?
Why didn't you say, hey, my asshole husband's 5 rows back. Will you switch with him so he can come sit up here?
Because you told me not to worry about it. Don't you dare try to reposition that. Because I
was in between Dick Butkus and Mike Singletary back there.
Don't you?
Oh my God. I can't believe you didn't ask to have me put up there.
Alan Evans, don't you dare. Because before we got on that flight, I said, I am so sorry. I'm horrified, honey. Here I am trying to make up to him because I've screwed up and he's going to make the whole day miserable for me because I messed up. I said, honey, when somebody gets there, let's see if they'll switch the middle seats that I can take them. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. I'm fine. And so when he sits down.
Never said it like that either.
You are lying. And then he's sitting about 5 rows behind me, and I'm like looking over the seat, making eye contact with him. So I see this other big man sitting in the middle. I'm like, this is going to change. He's like, forget it. No. He's doing those eyes to me like, no, I'm just staying here.
No. I had started my show. I had already started my show.
So you're saying
Which
you
is-
didn't want to move after
Okay.
I was looking at you saying you want me to ask this guy to switch.
This is way too much seat talk. Okay.
You.
So I sat in my own seat, not next to my wife, because she didn't ask if I could move. But
I actually prefer it this
to
way.
a guy who was willing to move. Now I learn on the podcast, this man offered to move
with Robert, so he could have the aisle.
Which means he would have been open to probably going. I think I was 3 rows back. I was 3 rows back. 3 or 4 rows back.
But for another middle seat, I don't know. You told me not to ask. You said, "Don't worry about it," because at that point you wanted me to suffer.
No,
in my guilt.
because at that point I had fired up.
You wanted me to suffer in my guilt.
I had fired up a very disturbing show that I've downloaded on Netflix called Black Mirror.
He's on season 1.
Hey guys, I'm slow to the game on this. Disturbing. It's very, very disturbing. It makes you think, though. It makes you think
about where the world's going.
Yeah, kind of.
Technology.
Yeah, just kind of. They're making statements about the technology and is it too much and where will it stop and what are people really interested in. But that first episode, man, I was like, what is this all about?
But you watched 3 on the flight?
I watched the first 3. Yeah.
I slept.
You slept the whole way?
I slept propped up next to the window. I like that because you don't even need a pillow. You can just like lean up against it. And I had plenty of room because the man next to me, he was leaning into Robert. And then eventually I woke up. I didn't even wake up for the snack service. I didn't want a snack. And I was able to, do a little crossword puzzle. I listened to a little podcast, action. And then, then we were in Florida.
We were in Florida, yeah.
We were in Florida.
Yeah. Well,
it's all good.
Beautiful resort. We got here, walked up, and I think all of us were in awe of how pretty it is.
I was so excited to be at our resort. It's Baker's Cay that I almost started crying. It was one of those weird reactions you have sometimes. I guess I was emotional because Alan was still mad at me from sitting in the middle seat.
Now she's doing a bit.
But we pulled up and I'm like, I'm just so happy to be here. It was like one of those moments where you're just like, everything's so emotional and beautiful. I'm just so blessed and my life is so good and my husband's mad at me.
I wasn't mad. I've not been mad. I've not been mad on this trip.
It was good. Our first night here, we just had dinner. The second day, we're doing the show here. Every morning this week, and we're on East Coast time, so we're waking up and doing the show at 7 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. But still, it's about the same difference, I guess, right? It's just an hour difference, but it's been fun.
It's actually a little, probably for you guys, it's a little easier.
It's a little easier because
you get it.
I have it. I've just been getting straight up out of bed, brushing my teeth, and going to work, and it's been glorious.
Yeah,
I haven't fixed my hair. I haven't put on makeup. I've just been like living the vacation life, and I ain't mad at it.
We've been living our best life.
Oh, honey.
We have been living our best life.
I'm going to have a talk with my Red Mountain weight loss advisor when I get back. I have gone off the deep end, but I'm going to get back on it.
We've been living large.
But when everything is offered to you and it's like, cocktails and food.
Sure.
What more? You don't want to offend your hosts. Key lime pie. We're in the Florida Keys. They're known for key lime pie. Sure, I'll have another slice.
Yeah.
It's been bliss.
I've been okay on the eating, but we have been drinking a lot.
A lot.
That's not too
We've been drinking a lot, and then we've noticed we're not peeing a lot. Right.
And we're dehydrated and then
bloated.
We're bloated because of all the sodium in all those drinks. We've been drinking a lot of margaritas, and couple all that, you retain water because of the salt and not drinking enough. So
it's been bad, y'all.
We have like big feet, big swollen feet.
Little Barney Rubble feet.
Yeah, yours look like Fred Flintstone. Mine look like Barney Rubble.
Why I gotta be Fred? Why can't I be Barney? Why can't I just be Wilma in my little outfit?
Wilma! You look like Wilma right now.
I do.
Kelly, right this second. Listener,
I am so. I'm ready for Halloween.
Let me paint a visual picture for you. Kelly is sitting next to me, all natural. Okay, no makeup. She looks beautiful. My wife always looks beautiful.
Thank you.
But I'm just describing what she's doing. She has no makeup on. She's wearing a dress that looks
snow leopard.
That's snow leopard. It goes about to mid-thigh. It's got kind of a V-neck. And her hair is in a little bun on the top.
I'm just like Wilma Flintstone.
She looks like Wilma frickin' Flintstone right now.
Yeah, I do.
Exactly. This could be your Halloween costume.
I'm done.
Babe, it's genius.
Yes, this is it. I'm done.
I didn't even, if you put a bone through here, like through your hair.
Yeah.
How about
Done.
that? I could be Dino.
Well,
No.
yeah.
I guess I could be Fred.
I guess.
I could be a good Fred, actually.
Could. Keep eating.
Whoa.
Stay on vacation, you could.
Whoa.
Fred's a big boy.
Hey, can I confess something, confide in you about something?
Sure.
So I posted a picture of you and me after the what?
I don't know what you're gonna say.
No, it's good. After the airboat ride.
Yeah.
Or we're getting ready to get on or something.
Yeah.
And the kid was shirtless, talking about appearances. The kid was shirtless.
Mm-hmm.
There might have been a few Sandwich and some Lovin listeners out there talking about how they might want to throw some quarters at me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
They said, "Hey, Mr. Six Pack. Hey, maybe I could throw some quarters at you down there."
Saying that?
Yes. And I was like, "Oh, come on." And then so I started, I'm like, huh.
Yeah, maybe they have a point.
Well, no. I'm not trying to be smug. It makes you feel good when someone says something nice about you.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And then
it makes up for the bad stuff.
Yeah, it makes up for the bad stuff, which I get too. So I was thinking, well, gosh, maybe all that busting my ass at the gym is paying off a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And
were you proud of me in the gym with you the first day here?
Yeah, Kelly came down to the gym with me.
I was busting it too. I promised that I work out with a lady named Stephanie, and I've been working out with her at Elevate Fitness, and I'm working out with her twice a week, and I promised her, at least on vacation, I promise you I will work out at least twice. So I got one out of the way at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to work out one more time. Tomorrow?
I'm not sure because they have us on schedules. I don't know. We're taking so today we went and swam with dolphins, which was really super cool. And these were rescue dolphins. These aren't dolphins that are kept just for sport. These are dolphins that are in rehab. These are dolphins that have been rescued. And it's very, very, very sweet place we went today. I did not do so well with the dolphins. I was probably the worst client or customer they've had in a while.
There was one.
I don't know what went wrong.
There was one thing that Kelly was supposed to do. She's supposed to lay straight in the water on her stomach with her hands out front and her legs back behind her straight, kind of like you're doing Superman on the water.
I did that.
And the dolphins will two dolphins will come behind her, and each of them will put a nose on her feet and push her through the water like she's Superman. And they kind of push you up out of the water, and you kind of fly for a minute. They let you go, and all is good.
I have done this before.
Have you ever
with success?
Have you ever been to a tractor pull? Have you ever seen when a tractor's pushing that or pulling that big sled through the mud and all that mud's going everywhere and it just bogs down in the mud because it can't be pushed anymore?
I was the bog.
Yeah, you got bogged down in the water.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You ate 20 feet worth of water, babe.
These dolphins are so sweet.
They were really sweet.
They came up to my feet and they hit me, I guess, just in the right place in my instep, and it hurt. And so my knees immediately buckled. And when that happens, the dolphins are trained to stop. But I think it happened so quickly that the dolphins were confused. Oh, God. It was horrible. I'm like face plowing through the water.
Oh, I felt so bad. I'm like, there's my wife eating 20 feet worth of water.
It was horrible. It was so humiliating when you're so embarrassed that you're not even mad about it. You're just laughing. I had so much water go down my nose and out my mouth. It was like I had a saline, like one of those neti pots that you do all the saline wash. I had like a net. My nasal cavity is still burning from the saline wash.
Yeah.
I drank so much water. It was so bad. The video, they were laughing at my video. I was like, I can't even be mad about it.
Wait till y'all see these pictures. Wait till you see these pictures.
And the lady was so sweet. She goes, just stay where you are. We'll try to have the dolphins.
They'll come back.
They'll come back. We'll do it again.
And they're doing all these hand signals, and the dolphins are a little confused.
I was like,
what just happened? We usually go all the way to the end.
So I'm like, okay, are you sure? Are you sure? Because that was really not a good experience. They're like, no, it's fine. They want to redeem me and the dolphins. Part 2 wasn't any better. It was the fun. I know. I cannot wait to see the video.
That just wasn't your thing, man.
Not my thing. But my husband, the thing is I'm not trying to embarrass you. My husband's afraid of large animals. and he did not want to do the dolphin experience,
Well,
but at the last minute he changed his mind.
Can I clarify?
You can clarify.
Anything bigger than like, I don't really care for really, like some people love big dogs. Like I'm talking like Great Danes.
I've seen you stop dead in your tracks and walk the other way when you see a big dog.
Not a big fan of the Great Dane or a horse. I got bit by a horse one time.
That's where it all started.
Yeah.
Right?
But then big animals that live in the water especially frighten me. But these, I got to looking at these dolphins. They were so friendly, and they would come up to you and lay on their sides and look at you,
so sweet,
make noises, and then go away. They'd come back and kind of look at you. They were like checking us out.
Yeah.
And then I could see that they were not unpredictable. They would do exactly what their trainers told them, right? So once I saw that, I was fine. Yeah. But if I saw a freaking like a big shark in the water or a whale.
Yeah, that hadn't been disciplined. I mean, it was like a wild animal.
I might throw up. Yeah.
Well, actually, JC and Kenzie that work with me on the Kid Craddock Morning Show, they were out in the little lagoon here at the hotel today, and a manatee came up. Did you hear them talking about that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see that.
Around, huh?
Now, see that I'd be a little nervous though, because that's a wild manatee, but still very cool. You just can't touch them.
You're not supposed to mess with them at all.
Don't mess with them. Don't feed them because it messes up the whole ecosystem thing. But yeah, I'd like to try to see that tomorrow. But tomorrow we're going down to Key West, which is kind of far from Key Largo. It's a couple of hours to get there, but they want us to see that. But we've done so many wonderful things. We've been on a seaplane. They took us, what do they call the G? Is it the G-force? Whatever they cut the engine so you kind of float in the air for a minute. It's like, whoa.
Oh, in the seaplane?
And they were diving and dive bombing people. And it was just so fun.
I was watching we were up by the cockpit where you could see the pilots were sitting in the same room we are. It's one of those kind of planes, or the same, I don't know if that's the right word, the same area we are. And I can see the instruments, and they have an altimeter, I don't know what you call it, but it tells you how high you are. So
altitude meter.
Yeah. So I could see that we were like, the whole time we were about 125 feet off the ground.
We were buzzing.
Guys,
jet skiers and stuff.
We were buzzing boats, and we can look down and see the people waving at us.
They said sometimes women will flash, you know, but we didn't have that experience. Yeah. But it was so fun. Bad. And then Alan and I went jet skiing, and we went on a sunset cruise, and it's been one thing after another. It's just so great. We've had a wonderful time.
But we were so low. This isn't a joke. We were so low. We were lower than some of the sailboat masts.
Yeah.
That's how freaking low we were.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it was nuts.
And then you got to go deep sea fishing. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, I got to go seat D fishing. Why don't we do that, and then we'll talk about seat D fishing?
Okay. Well, we are on vacation with Kid Craddock Morning Show, but Alan and I have a small business, Canda Media, which we're really proud of, and Sandwiches from Lovin, which has become a little business too. And Jenna, we work with, she has her finish line, and what's become a very important part of small business ownership is the U.S. Post Office. I mean, you depend on it to get your products out to people, but it's not always the most convenient thing to close down everything you're doing and make that run to the post office. It's time consuming, and, finding a parking space and just making the time to do that. Well, stamps.com has really solved a lot of problems for small businesses, because not only do they make it so easy for you to get everything labeled, the exact postage you need to ship off your products, your merchandise, you just get it all ready, and the mail carrier comes and picks it up from you. So you don't have to make that trip to the post office anymore. And what's even better about stamps.com is you get discounts that you can't even get at the post office. With stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first class stamp, up to 40% off priority mail. Not to mention, it's a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters, because how do you calculate postage? It's one thing to say, oh yeah, that's a first class postage stamp. When you're mailing packages, you can't guess at that. With stamps.com, you get the postage meter, so you get the exact postage every time, which also ends up saving you money in the long run. It's really something you need especially if you're working out of your home with small businesses. I don't know how you can operate without it.
And right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage, and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in sandwich. That's stamps.com, enter sandwich.
But
lovestamps.com.
Yep.
Yeah, so I overcame my I faced my fear of the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin
That you didn't even know you had.
and they turned out to be very, very nice
So
and
sweet.
very, very friendly. We petted their bellies and gave them a kiss.
Yeah, check out all our social media. You'll see the pretty pictures right now, but the very funny, horrifying videos of me eating it will be posted later.
We have been all over social media.
But talk about your deep sea fishing. That was a big deal.
Yeah. So myself and one of Kelly's coworkers, part-time Justin, and another one of Kelly's coworkers that helps behind the scenes with video. Her name's Cammie. You might have heard her name. Maybe they've mentioned her on the show before, but really, really sweet, really nice pair of people to go with. But the three of us went, and a boat picked us up on the dock, and this captain named Captain Casey picked us up. Captain Casey picked us up at 7 a.m. And Captain Casey put us on the boat, gave us the rules, and took us out past under this highway called US 1. And on our side of US 1 is the Gulf of Mexico. On the other side of US 1 is the Atlantic Ocean.
There it is.
So we went boom out into the Atlantic Ocean, and we went.
Isn't that crazy? US 1.
Yeah.
That's where the United States highway system begins.
And they told us, I think Captain Casey told us that it's the highway that we'll take to go all the way down to Key West, US 1. So anyway, we went to the Atlantic Ocean, and we went about 3.5 miles out. And what we were looking for.
Were you just like plowing? Was it fast, high speed?
It wasn't high speed. I mean, it was a boat. I guess it was about 30 feet long, and it.
It's smaller than when we were on the cruise then.
Yeah.
The Sunset Cruise was about 50 feet long.
Yeah, it was called a contender, and it didn't have a bathroom. It wasn't those kind of a boat like that, but it was a fishing boat. But it wasn't a huge boat. It went about, I don't know, 35, 40 miles an hour.
That's not very fast.
No, but it was fast enough.
We got it that fast on the jet skis.
Yeah. But he took us out, and what we were fishing for, he wanted to find a fish called a mutton
snapper.
A mutton snapper. And apparently the mutton snappers are really good to eat. So he said, we're going to catch some of these because you guys I'm going to take them back. I'm going to fillet them, and then you guys are going to have them for dinner.
Yeah, that was the whole bit. Whatever Justin, Cammie, and Alan caught, we were going to have cooked for us and served to us beachside tonight.
Yes. So the first method of fishing we tried, it was called drift fishing. And as it sounds, he cuts the engines. He gets over the fish because he has a fish finder. He has like a radar that points down.
Is that cheating?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's okay, though.
But you're in the ocean. How else are you going to find the fish? You know?
I know, but that's part of the fun of fishing, right? It's like guessing and.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to catch fish, use a fish finder.
Let's cheat.
Yeah. I mean, I went with my friend Kenny. He's a guide on Lake Cedar Creek Lake, and he used a fish finder. That's how we caught those 40.
Yeah. Oh, and we're out of fish. You need to go back.
Yeah. But anyway, we drift fished for a while. We weren't having much luck, but Justin pulled up the first fish, and it was a shark. He caught a little. It was called an Atlantic long-nosed spotted shark or something like that. But it was about 4 feet long. It was like a baby shark. Baby shark. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we whipped that down.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So he pulled up the shark.
Yeah, just threw it back.
And then let's see. I pulled up a mutton snapper, and it was little. It was about 2 feet long.
You got it back too?
No, we kept it. It was legal, so we kept it.
What's legal? It has to be a certain.
It has to be a certain length. Yeah.
Okay.
But then, so Cammie gets on, and she pulls up this freaking monster mutton snapper.
Is that the one you photographed with?
That's
and
the one.
It was yours?
Yeah, exactly. It's the one we all posed with because it was the best fish. But Cammie, and we're looking at her like, holy moly, look at the size of this thing. It was 22 pounds.
Wow.
The captain said the world record is 31 pounds.
Wow.
He said, you just caught a 22-pound fish.
That's pretty good.
He said, I know you guys don't do a lot of fishing, so you don't understand like how rare this is. But he said, I have customers that I've been fishing with for 10 years. They come to me from all over the world looking for this fish. And he said,
you caught it
and he
first
said
time
they've
out.
never found one like this.
Wow.
Cammie pulls it up on her first time fishing. He said it's a really rare thing.
Cheers to the girl fisherman.
Yeah. So that's the fish that I'm posing with is actually Cammie's fish on social media. And then I caught a nurse shark, which is kind of it's not a real dangerous shark, kind of a friendly.
We had a nurse shark in the
in
Little
the
bay here too.
in the bay
today.
here too. Yeah, they go along the bottom, and we could see it. And Captain just threw a bait down, and he just put it right in front of its nose and hooked him. And then he handed the rod to me, and then I reeled him up.
And you let that go too.
We let the nurse shark go. Yeah, they're good, so you don't mess with them. You let him go. And then I'm trying to think of anything else unusual. Oh, Justin, he hooked 2 barracudas, big barracudas.
And you don't eat barracudas.
No, the captain said they taste like ass. And we're like, well, why do they taste like ass? And he said, well, they eat anything. Like anything they can find, they'll eat it.
Which really goes to show you are what you eat. Because he was saying the snapper eats really good things like other shrimp and lobster, not other shrimp, shrimp and lobster.
Shrimp and lobster and clams.
So they taste good.
Yeah.
And this one eats disgusting
dead stuff,
so he tastes
whatever.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
And he said the meat has bacteria in it.
Ew.
So if you eat barracuda, you'll get like food poisoning. So anyhow, Captain said, well, we've got all the fish we're going to eat. Let's just run up the score now. Let's go catch a barracuda for
just
pictures.
For the pictures. Because they're so huge.
Yeah. So Justin hooks a monster barracuda. When I say monster, it was probably 5 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, it was big. And it was jumping. It's jumping like up in the air.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah. It was jumping in the air, babe. So he's reeling it in. Cap said, reel. Justin gets it all the way to the side of the boat. And then I think the captain wanted Justin to stop reeling so he could go down with the gaff, the hook, and get him. But Justin kept reeling, and then the barracuda's head came out of the water. And when that happened, he was thrashing. And when he thrashed, it cut the line because they have real sharp teeth, you know.
Yeah.
But that actually happened twice.
He did it twice.
Yeah. Justin
twice.
He hooked 2 barracudas, but they got loose. But even the captain said, he said, look, barracudas are easy to hook, but they're really hard to get in the boat because they thrash. But that was pretty exciting. I've got a video of that.
And then we got to eat that dinner he caught tonight. It was really great. And Jenna, she went into the kitchen today and she loves to bake. So she made key lime pies, which is very popular here in the Florida Keys. So we had that.
It was good.
And
she
then
made good pie.
After dinner, we've been doing these couples competitions. Like Alan said, for bragging rights. I thought there certainly has to be a prize involved, but I think it is just for bragging rights. And going into tonight's competition, we were in second place. And after tonight's competition, we're still in second place. But we had to do the limbo.
Give me the limbo song, babe.
I don't know that there's a limbo song, but I kept singing, limbo, limbo, limbo now. Let's limbo, let's limbo now. I don't think that's a real song.
Is that the limbo song?
I think that's a real
song. Limbo now.
I think I just made that up. But maybe there is a limbo
I get the limbo and the Macarena confused.
Hey, limbo, let's limbo now. Anyway, I'm not a limboer.
Sounds like Bob Marley.
I'm not a limboer. I'm not flexible at all. And Alan, unbeknownst to me, had never limboed in his life.
I mean,
I think I've tried a couple times
maybe
just
when
as
I
a
was
party or something.
Maybe when I was 6.
Never seriously.
Yeah, right.
So we're all in couples. So it's JC and his wife Kenzie, Jenna and her boyfriend Francisco, who we call Juan Snow on the radio, me and my husband Alan, and Big Al and part-time Justin, because Big Al doesn't have someone in his life right now. So we're all doing the limbo, and we're each getting eliminated one by one.
The final.
Did I do better or worse than you thought?
You did really well. You did a lot better than I thought you would.
I am not flexible. Well, I've never been flexible. I've never been able to do a back bend in my life. When I was even a cheerleader, I was like, I'm out. I can't do a back bend.
I think the final 4, it got whittled down to me, JC, Jenna, and Kenzie.
And Juan Snow. He was after me. I think Francisco got out after me.
Yeah, but he went out before Justin. It was me, Justin, Jenna, Kenzie, and JC. That was like the final 5.
Right. So they were doing great. And I'm going to tell you what. I was shocked. I was flabbergasted. I was impressed. I was horrified. I was every emotion you can imagine. My husband can limbo. My husband, won the limbo competition. He won the limbo competition against JC, who is known to be very athletic and I think fairly flexible. Babe, that was crazy good. And in fact, if you go, by the time you hear this podcast, if you're listening to it when it's released at 10 a.m. Central on Thursday morning, it's too late because it'll already be disappeared from my stories unless I can save it, right?
You can put it in your highlights.
And put it in my highlights. I'll try to show me how to put it in my highlights. I've never put anything in my highlights.
Well, the
before.
limbo was
You could see my
fun.
husband win the limbo competition.
It was fun. My strategy was, I'm not a real short guy. So my strategy was to get as low, well, it's the object of the game, is to get as low as you can. But in my case, it was to get my legs kind of like, you know how you ever seen a giraffe drink?
Mm-mm.
You never seen a giraffe drink?
I thought about it.
They have to put their front legs, like I was doing my legs in the limbo, to get their neck down to the water.
Right. Well, see, that's the strategy I had, because I saw Kinsey do it, where she spread her legs really, really wide and then went back. I was like, oh, let me try that. And that didn't work for me very well. But yeah, but I think it's all that workout stuff you've been doing. I think your core is just extremely strong.
I'm telling you, I texted my.
I was very turned on and horrified.
I texted my trainer after we were done. I said, dude, I just won Kelly's company party limbo contest. Tell everybody their thanks.
What did he say? Did he respond yet?
He hasn't responded yet.
It's crazy, y'all.
Yeah. But
crazy.
It was fun. That was a lot of fun. But the good news is our team gets 3 points.
Our team, meaning you and me, babe.
That's right. So
we're still in second place.
We're in second place, but hey, lots of competition left.
Right. We've got a photo competition where we have to each pose. Alan and I went out and we tried to be sexy, which was so awkward because there was a whole family there kind of watching, and you could hear them talking. Well, I think they're trying to pose sexy. Did you hear them? I think they're trying to pose sexy. Yeah. It's like, yes, we are trying to pose sexy.
We can hear you.
And obviously we're succeeding because you even thought that's what we were doing, right?
Noise carries better over water. We can hear you whispering.
So awful.
Oh my gosh. And I
said we're everything.
Yeah, I was like, we're doing a bit.
We're doing a bit. This is just for fun.
Yeah, we're not shooting a calendar.
I think they're trying to pose sexy.
They didn't realize that
we were.
You can hear over water so easy.
We could hear them.
You know, it was fun.
That was embarrassing. So y'all have to go check those out too.
And vote for us.
If it's not too late by the time you hear this podcast, vote for us.
I mean, we were wearing some pretty skimpy bathing suits.
Oh, God.
Pretty skimpy bathing suits.
After all this eating and drinking and not peeing.
We're just letting it all hang out.
Oh, my God.
Hang out being the key word.
I don't even know. There's got to be another competition. I don't even know. Do you know the last one? It's the photo and then something else.
I thought there was going to be some kind of question competition.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe that's
right.
It. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's all about the spirit of just the fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, you want to win. I want to win.
I want to win. I
don't want to lose.
I don't know if y'all know this about me. I'm a very poor sport. I do not like losing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't. I wouldn't be a poor sport, though, in things that I'm not really like good at, though, right? Yeah. I mean, if you suck at limbo, are you going to be like all pissed that you don't win limbo?
I'm not pissed, except because you won.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So still, we represented.
Represent. The Evans represented.
But overall, I mean, that's really what's going on so far in our lives.
So you gonna wrap it up like that?
Wrap it up. That's what's going on.
That's it?
Yeah. We got more family vacation. Then we're going to take the kids next week. We're going on vacation with the kids to Galveston. And then we're turning around, and this is like crazy. Then we're turning around and going on the podcast family vacation in Mexico. So we've got like back-to-back vacations. It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how we're going to survive it.
We're going to be on the road quite a bit.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
I heard you talking to Robert at dinner, and you were telling him about this vacation schedule, and you told him, yeah, we're going to take the kids to Galveston, and then, we're going to probably take them to Orlando over Thanksgiving. And he was like, you know what? Those 2 trips just make me tired, and I'm not even going. Just listening to what you're doing is making me tired.
We're taking the kids for the first time ever to Disney World over Thanksgiving too. So it's just going to be a lot this year, but we're going to make it happen.
Hey, I'm not complaining about vacations.
No, we're not. Yeah, no. We're not complaining about that. We're very blessed we get to do these things, but it's just, man, gives us tired head thinking about it.
A little bit. Why don't we do that?
And then
we'll think about bringing it home for Jerome.
Yeah. One more quick thing, because we do need to wrap this up, because some of us need to go to bed and some of us need to be rewarded for winning the limbo contest.
Oh.
So if you've been listening to our show, you've heard us talk multiple times about Framebridge. Not only did they do such a beautiful job with our wedding photos that we hang in our home, that we gave to gifts to our parents, they, when we were on the cover of Plano Profile magazine, Alan surprised me and had the cover blown up to this huge size. and then had FrameBridge frame it for us.
Mhm.
Because not only can FrameBridge do the pictures, you can send them right off your cell phone, off your Facebook page, or your Instagram, whatever. You can send them your physical items. So if it was for us, like for instance, this cover of a magazine, or perhaps you have a special christening gown, or a flag that meant a lot to your family, a baseball that was caught by some of your family, FrameBridge can take care of framing all of that, so you'll have it for years to come in such a beautiful way. And what we cannot get over is the care that FrameBridge takes in packaging. It's the most beautiful packing. It's done so beautifully. You get a little handwritten note. With me, I was framing a very special piece. Now I can tell you, for my niece, for her wedding shower. I had my mom's recipe for macaroni and cheese turned into a piece of artwork, and I had FrameBridge frame it for me. But I was like, I'm not really sure what kind of frame I want. FrameBridge has designers who will help you free of charge. What they did for me, I sent them the piece. I said, I don't know what I'm looking for. They sent me back 3 different options, and the one that they most highly recommended, turns out my designer was correct. I ordered it. It was beautiful. FrameBridge just does such a beautiful job, and they do it so much less expensive than it would be if you're going to those expensive framing stores like I used to go to with my mom when I was a kid, and it'd take weeks and weeks to get it back, and it was astronomical price. FrameBridge gets it back to you like that, and it's not expensive either. We love it, and we use it over and over and over again.
So get started today. Frame your photos or send the perfect gift for weddings, birthdays, and special events. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code SANDWICH. You'll save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. That's framebridge.com. Use promo code SANDWICH.
Y'all, I'm a customer too, because I used that savings on my first order, and now we just keep ordering and ordering and ordering again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are legitimate customers of FrameBridge. We love them.
Well, I guess just one more quick story before we bring it home for Jerome here. Going fishing with Justin was funny because Justin, which I didn't mind because I was learning, he will ask a million freaking questions.
Good.
So he was asking the captain just all these different questions. Some were like, okay, why are you asking that? Some were like really good questions, So I was learning a lot just listening to what Justin was asking. But one of the questions he asked was, he asked the captain, have you ever seen a great white shark? And the captain said, yeah, they're here in this area. He said, we don't see them all the time, but we probably see them.
Weren't they saying? No, killer whales. Never mind.
Oh, we probably see them like once a month. He said, I might see 12 a year.
Wow.
I see great white sharks. And he said, what's the biggest one you've seen? He said, well, it wasn't here, but I've seen a 2,500-pound great white. Can you imagine a fish of that size?
No, where did he see it?
He used to travel the world. He ran a boat for this billionaire.
Oh, wow.
He told us he used to be the main guy on an 85-foot fishing boat that this billionaire owned.
Wow.
And he hired this captain to operate that boat. So anyway, he would take rich guys fishing all the time. So Justin said, well, what do great white sharks eat? Can we fish for them? And the captain said, no, they're kind of opportunistic feeders. They just like meals that are quick, easy, and almost free. And Cammie pipes up, that sounds like you, Justin.
Yeah, ha ha
ha. That was pretty good.
You still love that, huh?
That's pretty good.
You love that joke?
That was pretty good on Cammie's part. That was
got a good one in there.
I thought that was pretty quick. But
Well, it's been a fun week. My daughter and McKelly, it's really been great because we were going to be out of town. She's visiting my family in Florence, South Carolina, and they are treating her like royalty. I'm almost a little bit jealous because when I go home to visit my family, they don't treat me this good. They are taking her to all these, they're giving her makeovers. They took her shopping. They bought her outfits. They cut her hair. They're having sleepovers. And it's just like, I'm having a great time too, but man, my family's just doing it right. So I appreciate my family in South Carolina.
She's getting the red carpet
this week.
Red carpet treatment.
She is having a ball. And that's the thing about when McKelly, I take her home to South Carolina, when I am able to go with her, it's so awesome because all of our family just flocks around us. They all want to visit and see us. We all do so much. It's so active. And then McKelly says, I want to move here. I want to live here. This is where I want to be. I want to be around my family. I said, but honey, you have to understand, we're only there for like a week at a time and that it's all concentrated. But when you live there every day, you don't see your family every day. It's like when we're with our family. I said, we don't see my parents every day. We don't see your parents every day. But if we were on vacation, we would. So that's what I try to tell her. But they are really showing her a great time. And my best friend since 5th grade, Tommy Jean, has been taking her around too. So everybody's been so sweet to her. So that's been really great. Our friend Carolyn at home watching Larry for us and been house sitting for us while we're gone.
She's been giving us good reports.
We have so many people that are just helping us out with all this stuff. Yeah, our little Larry.
Yeah, she said he's being a good boy. So that's good news.
That's good.
That's good news.
Thank you, everybody, for watching out for our family and our pets and our home so we can come on vacation and do this.
Evan's kids have been globetrotters too. They've been on vacation. I think they went to Chicago, and then I think they went to St. Louis after that. Mm-hmm. So we will see Brooke Cole and Dylan on
Sunday. Well, we get back Saturday. No, Friday.
No. We'll see them Friday.
We get back Friday. We get them Friday night. Yeah, and then we're going to have them for a couple weeks.
So when you hear this podcast, it'll be Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, babe. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed hearing a little bit about the buffoonery we've been engaging in here. There's been a lot more, but check out Kelly's social media, at Kelly Raspberry, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I am at the Alonzo 1971 on Instagram. I am also on Facebook and Twitter.
And we've also got A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
And A Sandwich and Some Lovin' has its own Instagram. We're probably most active there, at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
No G. We need to post some stuff from our vacation.
I know. I need to.
A Sandwich and Some Lovin' from Florida.
A Sandwich and Some Lovin' on Facebook as well.
And we're also, if you would ever like to watch us record our podcast, we do that on our YouTube channel. And you can find that at youtube.com/A Sandwich and Some Lovin', or just search for A Sandwich and Some Lovin' on YouTube. And wherever you can find podcasts, you can download, subscribe. If you would be so kind to give us a little review, we appreciate that. That helps us get more people to join our podcast family. We're so excited. We're going to be vacationing with 40 of our podcast family members in the very near future, just about a week or so from now, counting down the days. And Alan and I are so excited about this first trip. We're already talking about the second trip next year.
Yeah, how we can make it bigger and better.
How we can make it bigger and better.
Al told me tonight at dinner he's in.
Big Al's in.
He's made flight arrangements.
Has he booked them?
He's booked them.
Are you sure?
Yes. He said yes. He said he's getting there Sunday. We get there Monday to Mexico.
Oh, okay, great.
He's getting there Sunday.
So Big Al's going now too. That's awesome.
But he's going to spend 2 days in Playa and then come see us for Tuesday and Wednesday. So he's going to be with us for about 2 days, he said.
Okay. Well, whatever he works out.
Yeah. So
we'll figure it out.
He's going to come hang out for a couple days.
We got a lot to look forward to. We're going to be back with another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We're going to be here. We're going to be on vacation. We're going to be traveling a lot, but podcast is priority for us.
Oh,
and we're going to be here.
You're going to get piping fresh episodes no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter
how drunk we are.
Oh.
No matter how vacationing we are.
I could be on the floor on my hands and knees trying to find my will to live. I'll still do a podcast.
I'll be standing over you with a microphone in your face telling you to say something.
Yes, talk. Stop talking.
Read the sponsor. All you have to do is just give the address.
Yes. Read the call to action, asshole. All right, babe. Well, this has been fun. I love you desperately.
I love you, my little limbo king.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
2019 champion, actually.
The Kid Craddock Morning Show Couples Limbo champion, Walter Allen Evans.
Thank you. If I had my recorder that we use at home, I would hit the applause button right now, but I do not have any drops on this little chintzy thing.
Well, I'm proud of you, and that's all that matters.
Thank you, babe. That was fun. JC was a little sore, wasn't he? You don't like losing.
No, he doesn't like losing.
My man.
And neither do I.
Neither do I. Who does? All right, babe. I love you desperately. I love our listeners desperately, but I am sure we will do this again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
Oh, look, babe.
I want to see those.
Our sexy photos. Why am I talking in the microphone? Our sexy photos are back from Anna. We got to pick our sexy photos for the competition.
So angry.
Well, we're sexy. Angry and sexy are the same thing.
That's actually pretty funny. If that's our reaction, we should.
Oh, that was a.
If,
Oh,
babe, what are you doing?
I'm trying to. I guess this was on her feed. No, that's.
Yeah, I don't
no.
like that. I don't like that.
Aren't y'all dying to see? Oh,
That's
sweet.
cute, except for that.
But you can't. That doesn't look bad. I look
I
skinny.
don't like that.
I like that
I
one.
don't like that.
I like that one. Oh, look, I have dirt on my
I
belly.
don't like all that.
Yeah, the shading's not good.
Yeah. See, this is we're teasing these pictures. You're
We
gonna.
don't even look like we're in the.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
but-
powerful.
Yeah, but we're not even.
No,
near
that looks
each
like
other.
Jay-Z and Beyonce right
We're
there.
not close to each other.
That don't matter. Oh God. That looks like I'm saying no, no.
Can y'all see that?
No.
Can y'all see that?
It looks like I'm saying no.
Y'all have to understand we're joking.
No, please
This
don't.
is the video. This is the picture we were taking when people were saying they're trying to do sexy shots.
You're trying to be sexy photos over there. Why are you trying to do those sexy photos? I'm over here trying to enjoy a family vacation.
That's just like
That's like
normal.
Baywatch. That was making me feel weird when you were doing that.
I was trying to
It's
do
like you're making
something.
me
Why
feel
you
like
say-
you're like a little boy or something.
yeah. I was trying to do something different. I was just trying something different. Out of my, I think that I love that one, y'all. Alan
Well, don't
doesn't
show
like-
up,
What?
guys. We haven't picked out the one yet. Good grief.
What's wrong with that?
Good grief.
I like
I mean, it's
that
gonna be all over the
one.
internet here in 24 hours. Just let's pick out the one we want first.
Hmm.
All right, guys. Anyway, we got to pick these out. So, yeah. Thanks, Michael.
No.
Thanks for moderating. And
I think my
Yeah,
face
I
looks
don't like
stupid in
that
that
one.
one. I like that one.
whose bottom is smaller, mine or yours?
I don't care. I look skinny. I like that one, honey.
Let me see. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you being flexible since our schedule's so wheels off right now. But we will see you again soon.
Bye.